Welcome to On The Point, presented by Geico. My name is McGravy, and I'm here with KSP. Let's get into it. So today we're going to talk about the bracket builder. Let me pull it up here. We're talking about the bracket builder. So Overwatch League is doing a perfect bracket contest where anybody can fill out a bracket, and you have a chance at winning. If you get the perfect bracket, which like many tournaments is almost impossible, you get $100,000. So if you get a perfect bracket, you get $100,000. And for whoever has the best bracket, so just the best overall bracket, best win percentage, they get $10,000. And then they're also giving out gear from Jeff Staple, exclusive gear. So me and KSP are going to run through the bracket and show you why Valiant's going to beat everybody, and we're going to win the whole thing. Let's get into it. Who gets the first pick? Houston gets the first pick, right? So if Houston gets first pick, they're 100% going to pick Boston. I think that's no surprise to anybody. And then Washington will get Vancouver Titans. And for me, both of these are really easy. I think Houston beats and Justin beats Titans. You agree with that, Kai?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So out of all these teams, I think Glads will pick Toronto. I think they'll pick Toronto because Toronto is like a slow team, and Glads is a really fast team. So I think Glads will just abuse the fact that Toronto is really slow, and they want to
Wait, can Overwatch League players win this?
I don't see why not.
Who got the insider information, though? So
that's true. We probably can. We probably can, but all right. So for Atlanta, between Houston and Justice, I think they'll pick Houston. Washington's been looking a lot better now that they have the K. So I think Dallas end up with Washington. And for this one, I think Glads is a shoe-in versus Toronto. Atlanta, yeah. And then I actually think Washington might win.
Yeah, probably.
I think Washington's actually going to beat Dallas. That's you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is where it gets weird because I have no idea who's going to pick who.
Fusion going to pick Justice.
Yeah, I think Fusion will pick Justice, and then the second team is Shock, and they're gonna pick. I think they'd go with Atlanta. I think Paris,
but
really, you think they pick us? I think either Paris or Shock's gonna pick us. I don't think Florida pick us. We go. Shock picks us. Paris picks Atlanta, and then Florida gets Glads. That looks good. Yeah, and then Fusion's a shoe-in. That's actually a close match. I
say Mayhem because Glad's always choking at visuals. So
that's true. Yo, that's pretty true. I'll go Florida as well. Obviously we win, right? Right,
yeah,
Kai? Obviously.
Of course.
Obviously we beat the Shock. I mean, that's just a no-brainer pick. And then I think Paris beats Atlanta. I can't.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying.
Insider information, probably. Yeah. Atlanta, I would say.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll pick Atlanta. Once we get losers between Glads and Justice, I think Glads will beat them for sure. And then Shock Eternal in the lower bracket. I want to go Shock. I want to go Shock. And then we'll double back to the upper bracket, and we'll do Fusion versus Mayhem. Once again, probably be a close match, but I think it'll be Fusion.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we're gonna win. I mean, that's also, just no-brainer. We're winning the whole thing, so. And you see, we'll beat Fusion, no problem, right? Wouldn't even be close. Atlanta versus Glads. I think Glads is just a better version of Atlanta, don't you think? Like, they both look really fast. I think Glads just.
Yeah.
And then Shock versus Mayhem. I think Shock will win for sure. Shock will thoroughly steamroll Glads, and then Shock versus Fusion. In the lower bracket. That's tough. I think Shock. I think Shock will be pissed with the fact they got 3-0'd last time, so I think Shock will just.
Yeah.
So this is our bracket. Standard stuff. Us going to the grand finals. Standard bracket. It's a pretty standard bracket, I think. All right, let's hit the Asia bracket. I know nothing about APAC.
I'm gonna say Shanghai win.
Yeah, we can just speedrun this one because I have no idea. I'll go with London. New York will pick
Spitfire.
London.
Yeah.
And then and I go New York.
Seoul.
Yeah, Seoul, I guess. And then Dragons will pick Seoul. And Charge will pick NYXL. Not even close.
Charge.
Yeah, Charge. Lower bracket. New York, Shanghai, Charge,
Shanghai.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. Like, we don't know much about APAC, but that's just what makes sense to me. It's like common sense, like what I've seen. So I think like if you saw this bracket, when I said last bracket was standard, now this is like a really standard bracket. If I had to guess, this is probably what like 99% of people pick. All right, in the grand finals, I mean, obviously we're gonna be Charge. We're not gonna lose. We're not gonna lose a map the entire playoffs, obviously. Dragons versus Shock.
I'm gonna say
there's like-
Dragons.
Yeah.
They're just a bunch of nerds, honestly.
Yeah, and then when one Shocks lose to Dragons, then obviously we're gonna beat the Dragons.
Yeah, of course.
Clearly. Shock Charge. That should also be a close match, but I think Shock will win. And then Shock's gonna pull it back in the lower. You know what I mean? Shock's gonna pull it back, and then
sure?
we're gonna 4-0. Yeah, I'm sure. And then we're gonna 4-0 Shock. That's just a fitting way to end the season, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Easy bracket, right? Like this is how it's gonna turn out. So just today, the Overwatch League announced sneaker bonuses for the playoffs with what's the company called? Bait Sneakers. They're a big sneaker company, and so they have certain like we call them bounties for each role. So like for all roles, there's the Fleta deadlift. So if you get the 50% or more of teams eliminations in a map, and the first two people who get that get I think it's $200 per bounty, right? I think that's what they said on Twitter. Is that it was $200 of credit or something like that on the sneaker website. And then tanks and supports, 3 environmental kills from a single ability or ultimate for the first two people, and they just have a bunch of bounties for different roles. Damage players get final blows per 10 and elims per 10 first two people. Tanks get objective kills. If you negate 2 ults, so Diva or Sigma, if you eat 2 ults in a map, the first two people get that. If you get a Reinhardt 5-man shatter or more, the first two people you get the bounty. And then supports get assists per 10 and lead the damage for the team in a map, and the first two people on both of those. So we'll see if players start baiting their team even more than usual for this extra money. I think it's a cool idea, but I think incentivizing people not dying and people only playing for certain ways is I think it's interesting.
I mean, I already bait my team anyway, so.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta do it even more, right? So now you can get some sneakers.
Why do you guys call it sneakers though? Is the real question.
What do you call them?
Trainers.
Trainers?
Yeah.
That's some UK stuff. I don't know, bro. I know there are shoes called trainers in the US, but it's like specifically like training shoes. Sneakers are like it's like a broader term, I guess, where it's like athletic shoes, basketball shoes. It's like all of it in one. I feel like when you say sneakers. When we say trainers, you're talking specifically about like stuff you'll run in, like running shoes.
Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, so I'm gonna be baiting my entire team. I don't care if we win or lose. I'm playing only for sneakers now. Only for sneakers. I don't care about anything else. Winning, who cares about winning? Sneakers is where it's at.
Facts.
Spark announced they're partnering with. I don't know. They're basically partnering with a Scientific Railgun T anime, and they made Misaka Mikoto the honorary Spark member. So basically, Spark has an anime girl on the roster. That's pretty much a TLDR of it.
I don't even know what that is.
At the beginning of the season, the Spark was supposed to be named Hangzhou Railgun, and that's in reference to that character in that anime. I'm not sure why they wanted to reference that anime, what the relevance with Hangzhou is, because I haven't seen it. But I assume it's like there's like some like local link between that anime and Hangzhou. But instead they end up going with the Spark. But even like the finger gun, I know like references like her power or something like that in the anime. So there's like a lot of like similarities between the Spark and the character. But so when's Valiant get an anime girl though? Like if like what do I gotta do to get Mike to sign an anime girl? What's up with that?
Yeah, I don't want an anime girl on my team, to be honest.
Yeah, this team's not very weeby. There's a couple weebs on this team. A lot of people loved it though. I thought it was interesting.
Wait, I swear you're the only weeb on the team.
Nah, Last Show and Rain watch a lot of anime.
Oh.
Dreamer packing are like big, like no anime type stuff. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please leave your comments and questions below. And until next time, let's stay on the point.